You're looking at a great shot from our studio just off of 32nd Avenue and Barlow Trail. It's the Shaw Building. Inside, your mayor is here to answer your questions. We are live with Mayor Nenshi now. Mayor Nenshi is here live to answer your questions, and you can connect with him very simply. Go to our Twitter account at Shaw TV Calgary, hashtag Nenshi Live, or call 403-539-6710. My name is Phoenix. As you can see beside me, behind me, our live studio audience. To my left, Mr. Nenshi. There he is, sir.
I am.
Yay, welcome. Sure, you can applaud for this guy.
Nice to see you, Phoenix. I'm a little upset that my rider had not been met. I'm pretty sure I said I wanted Aaron and the kids to interview me tonight.
You know, Mr. Mayor, you also mentioned something about purple M&Ms, and I wasn't going to go that far. But we do have someone in the audience who's wearing purple, and she just loves you.
All right, great. Thank
Suzanne's
you.
back here.
Thanks, Suzanne. Merci.
As you can see, we have a live studio audience. Sir, we're going to ask them a few questions, to ask you a few questions.
Great.
If that's okay. We also are giving you the opportunity to call in and talk to the mayor, 403-539-6710. You can also tweet your questions. Simple, go to @Shaw TV Calgary, hashtag Nenshi Live. Sir, speaking of Twitter, let's get on it right away. On your account, sir, you say you are working every day to make this place even better. What excites you about 2016, and what are some of the challenges we're going to be faced here in this city?
Well, let me start with a very simple thing, which is that 2016 is going to be the year of music in Calgary. I'm excited about this. It's the 60th anniversary of our house band, the Calgary Philharmonic Orchestra.
Love it.
It's the 50th anniversary of the Alberta Ballet. Can you believe this, Phoenix? It is the 10th anniversary of that great music festival, Sled Island.
Brilliant.
We're premiering a brand new musical version of The Little Prince by Nicholas Lloyd Webber at Theatre Calgary in January. There are over 150 music festivals over the course of the year, including the Great Calgary Folk Festival, which is called one of the musical wonders of the world. That 10-day music festival in July with a rodeo attached, the Calgary Stampede, the New Country Thunder Festival. And the two big events in 2016 music-wise will be the opening of the National Music Centre, and we'll be hosting the 45th Juno Awards, and it's going to be the best Juno Awards ever. It is going to be a week of crazy Canadian music. So that's one simple thing I'm excited about. There's a lot to be excited about in Calgary. You know, even in this time of economic downturn, we have so much opportunity in front of us, whether it's the opportunity to build the stuff that we really need in the city, whether it's roads or transit or clean water facilities, if it's the opportunity to welcome 1,300 new neighbors who are fleeing from the most unbelievable violence and trauma imaginable. There will be so many chances for us over the course of this year just to prove who we are as a community, and I'm looking forward to it.
And opportunities, as you say, as well. Now, some of those topics that you mentioned, Mr. Mayor, we will make sure that we cover them, and if we don't, make sure you call us, 403-539-6710. In November, the city had a survey of sorts to find out about how you felt about the city. And I'm going to quote a few numbers here that were thrown out. 84% of Calgarians are satisfied with city services. 66% say that the city is headed in the right direction. 84% say that Calgary is a great place to make a life. How should Calgarians interpret those numbers? Well,
you know, those numbers, which we release every fall as part of our annual Citizen Satisfaction Survey, are unbelievable. They're unbelievably high. On almost every single measure. For 2 years in a row, the pollster would come to me and say, Mayor, we've got a problem. And I said, did they crash? And he said, no, these numbers are too high, and you've got to figure out what you're going to say when they start to go down. And in fact, this year we expected them to go down because of the real, very real economic pain a lot of our neighbors are feeling. And we did see a number of them go down in terms of people's optimism about the future. People are starting to get nervous about what's coming next, about what's happening in the community. So, well, I think one that you missed, if I remember it correctly, 89% of people are proud to be Calgarian. So these are really, really, really high numbers. Even a vast majority of people even said that their city taxes were being spent well. You never see that.
Sure.
But people are nervous, and they've got a reason to be nervous. You know, we've been here before. We've been through economic cycles like this before. In 2008, we weathered the global recession probably better than anywhere in the world. But nonetheless, people are nervous. Everyone knows someone who's lost a job. Everyone is worried about what comes next. And while 2015 was a remarkably resilient year for Calgary, I always say that a funny thing happened on the way to the economic downturn, in that Calgary kept creating jobs. So year on year, November to November, even though we've lost tens of thousands of jobs, particularly focused in the energy sector, we actually created more jobs than we lost. So Calgary has more jobs today than it did a year ago. But our unemployment rate has gone up quite a bit. And the reason it's gone up is because people continue to come here. People continue to see opportunity and chances to come here. So we got to manage this very carefully. We've been here before. We know how to manage through the economic ups and we know how to manage through the economic downs, but it still hurts every time. And we've got to be very careful.
Are you concerned about your numbers, your popularity, Mr. Mayor? You're having no problem on social media. We all know this. But does it concern you if your numbers drop? Does that say something about what you're doing, your job?
I honestly never think about this. I know a lot of politicians live and die by these numbers. In my case, whenever someone comes to me and says they want to run for office, or if someone's recently elected and say, what's your advice? I always say the same thing, which is be the best one-term person you can be. You know, you've been given a very, very special opportunity. And that is that you get to wake up every morning and know that just for a second that day, you're going to be able to hold someone's hopes and dreams and fears in your hand, and you're going to be able to do something about that. So don't worry about the polls. Don't worry what happens in the next election. Do the very best you can do. Pour everything you've got into the job, which is what I try to do. And then in 2017, when I ask people, what'd you think?
Sure.
Then they've got the chance to say whether they liked it or not. And you know what? If they didn't like it and they want to give someone else a go, that's why we live in a democracy. That's why the people are always right. But I want to focus really on that. Now, all of that said, you know, sometimes there are these polls and people say, Mayor Nenshi, you're only the second most popular politician in Canada. I can live with that.
There you go. Well, one of the things and one of the questions we will ask the mayor too about his future. Yes, he's in his second term. Well, hang on. Don't you dare answer that yet. We'll ask him about his future, but we'll also bring up a number of topics that you have sent in for tweets. And of course, we have your phone calls as well. Here's the number, 403-539-6710. Again, you can jump on our Twitter account at Shaw TV Calgary, hashtag Nenshi Live. We're going to get to the studio audience in a few moments. We're also going to get to your phone calls. You are watching live with Mayor Nenshi here on Shaw TV. Stand by. Stand by, sir.
Standing.